family. How's it going? I hope y'all having a good week. I'm recording this video right now. It is Tuesday morning, currently 9:45 a.m. Family, you having clarity is causing others confusion. You have clarity now. You wake up so much more light. You get up, you know exactly what you need to do. And this isn't just your daily task, this is just your life, period. You have clarity. You know exactly what you need to do. If it's working, you know what you need to keep doing. This this will be different for everybody. We all are on different timelines. It could be the same timeline, but folks are on different timelines. So if you haven't started doing what you need to do, you know exactly what you need to do. You know what you need to start. You have clarity now. You have raised them standards, your boundaries. You don't play about those boundaries now. And folks are just really wondering, who are you? Because you don't really move the same no more. You don't do things the same. It's like you went to sleep yourself as this person that they used to know, you know, they used to know. You went to bed as yourself, and it's like you just woke up as this new person. It's like, who are you? Like, you look so unrecognizable. And again, this may not have everything to do with physical looks. You probably could have revamped your looks. You may have, tried a new hair color or shaved your hair or whatever. Anything new that you may be doing with your physical appearance, that's just surface level. This is hidden internally. These folks feel like your heart, not necessarily your heart has changed. You still have this big heart, just not to them. You seem so much brand new now. You have some of these folks, they're just really wondering, who could you possibly be talking to? They feel like you are maybe speaking to somebody else now, since you're not talking to them about your life and the things that you have planned and the things that you want to do. They feel like you have some things up your sleeve, and they just really want to get in. They just really want the intel. They want to know, what are you doing? What are you doing behind closed doors? What are you doing at home? What are you doing on your free time? Where are you learning to move like this? If they could be a fly on the wall, they most certainly would be that fly on your wall. They want to know. You may have been this people pleasing energy, or you may have been in this energy. You may just always needed to get some validation or just run things through with them to see what they think and if you should go through it. You don't do that anymore, and they can see that. Your moves are just being made. You don't seek out validation from them. You're not looking to talk over your plans with them to see to see what they think. Some of these folks was competing with you because of that reason. Because you did want better. Because you were trying to do better things. You're thinking you're just getting advice, or you're seeking out, advice from a friend. These folks were competing with you. And now you see that they were competing with you. Now you see, you can tell. Look how they're taking you now. They're not thinking from a standpoint, maybe this person has grown. This is what growth do. Maybe they've grown out of that phase where they always seek validation and they need my input or somebody else's input. Maybe they just grown out of that phase. They don't consider that. They never once considered maybe you just grew as a person. It's always, oh, she acting funny. They must be mad. They must got somebody new. They must be doing this. They must be doing. Never once considering that maybe you as a person, it's just growing. Maybe that was just a phase of your life that you had to go through to kind of learn how not to always seek validation from other people about what you need to do for your own livelihood. They're not thinking of it from that way. And this explains why you have the clarity you do now. This explains why you're no longer in contact with these people. Y'all not on the same wavelength. Y'all don't think the same. They're taking your growth as they're offended by it. They're offended by it. You're not so open to them anymore. They wondering, why haven't y'all talked things out yet? Why haven't y'all gotten around to sorting things out? They want to know what happened. Some of these folks know exactly why why you kind of stopped growing around. It may not have been a big blow up, a big argument. You may have just completely outgrown these people. And they are stuck looking at you, you got some folks wondering how you do it. They are intrigued. They want to know, what did you do, because it's like you just woke up this brand new person. They don't recognize you now, and you still have this big heart, but you have learned dealing with these folks. You learned how to look out for people. You were looking out for people once. You were coming through, showing up, being that hype man, being that listening ear, being the one that they confide in, being the one hyping them up, giving them strength. You were that person. They don't have that no more. That energy, that heart space that you have, it's hard to come across that now. Everybody is just out here out for self. So you do have some people looking and wondering what made you act this way. But they not realizing it's from years of constantly, dealing with BS from the same people who you were constantly giving the benefit of the doubt to. Constantly trying to work things out. You seeing now, this clarity is showing you how they were never on your wavelength. The clarity that you have now is showing you that these connections are not worth going back to. You serve to tie them up. You're done. You have the clarity now. That wool is completely off your ass. And they hate it because it doesn't benefit them now that you have clarity. When you were in this mental fog, you were overthinking things, overthinking every single step, not being too sure about what you needed to do. They benefited from that. They like that. They like to know what you had planned, what you were planning to do, the things that you were looking forward to do. They wanted to one up it. They wanted to compete with it. Again, you can tell these folks were competing with you because they're not looking at you from loving eyes. They're not looking at you from, wow, this person has came a long way. It's just competition. I can't believe they're not talking to me no more. Who must they be talking to? What are they up to? Completely undermining your growth as a person. Completely undermining your growth as a person. Completely undermining the things that made you who you are today. Your struggles. The things that you had to fight through. They don't see the fight. They just see how you came out, the warrior who came out. They don't know. They don't see the fight, all the times you had to sit in isolation by yourself and wonder, and all the times you got, you know, judged or talked about for no reason. People being mean to you and nasty to you, behind closed doors. They didn't see any of that. They didn't see the things that you had to deal with, the losses that you had to take, dealing with maybe car issues, work issues, all type of things. You had to fight through all that. And some of y'all had to fight through that with no support at all. Your only support was to pray. They not seeing that because they wouldn't have been able to hang. They wouldn't have been able to get through that. So of course they're going to look at you and undermine everything that made you who you are today. It's all, for them, it's all, oh, you must be talking to somebody. Or you must be talking to somebody else new. Completely undermining you. And this explains why you have the clarity that you have now. Y'all were never on the wavelength. Y'all were never on the same wavelength. Some of them, they want to say something back to you. But again, it's given that they don't really know you now. So how can they really be so comfortable coming at you and they don't really know you anymore? It's given brand new, I'm telling you. It's given brand new attitude. You not playing about them boundaries. You have completely raised your standards. You are very, very, very careful on who you allow to even get close to you now. You learning, or I should say you have learned, or some of y'all could be learning, because this could be different. Everybody could be at different stages right now. But you are learning how not to just have your heart on a platter ready to just give it to anybody. You knowing how not to move like that no more. You learn. Like I said, you were looking out for folks, showing up, being that person, being that dependable person. But now you looking out for folks. You looking out because you know they are the ones who will do you dirty. Not animals, not things. You looking out for people. It's people who you're looking out for. And these people are just really sitting back in awe, and they are the ones who stuck with confusion. When you were close with these people, nothing but strife. It's like it was this wall. And it's like the disagreements and the unnecessary strife, all the combativeness and the going back and forth and the unnecessary mind games, that was all competition. People who you realize that people who really do like you and people who want you in their lives, they are not going to go out their way to make the connection hard to deal with. You were sitting around giving some of these people the benefit of the doubt, but you knew deep down inside something was up. You just felt it. You couldn't put your finger on it. It's like it was this wall that was just in between y'all, and y'all just, no matter how much you try to overlook it, because like I said, you may have loved this person because of the years that you had around them or you spent with them. You tried so hard to give this connection and these people the benefit of the doubt until you just could no longer. They expected for you to keep up this forever, to just tolerate the unfairness forever. And now that you woke up and you got a brand new attitude, they want to know, how did you do this? As if you just woke up one day and was just full of magic. No, baby, this happened with time. This comes from all the pain that you had to grow. This is what you have transformed into something beautiful, and they seeing it. The world is not just 3D based. You may have could have interacted with somebody last week at a grocery store and they thought about you. They could still be thinking about you. I know people in the media and things, we try to push it off as if, oh, nobody's thinking about you. Everybody got their own life. Everybody have their own things they dealing with. Nobody's paying you that much attention, but that's not true. Life is just so much more deeper than just seeing people on the go every day, and just every day everybody battling their own business and nobody's paying nobody's attention. That's not true. Life is so much more deeper and meaningful than the 3D from what you see. And this is why you have folks sitting back paying you attention. Just because folks ain't hitting your line, talking to you, you may think some folks are sitting back mad. They not mad, baby. They wondering about you. You in this new energy, and it don't feel familiar to them. It looks different to them. You look like a brand new person. They think you may have some new connections going on that you're not telling nobody about. They feel like you're just doing something completely new. And they feel like you are also hiding your hand because you're not loud about it. Again, you have stopped seeking that validation. You stop seeking out other people input and what they think. You're just doing what you got to do now. You're not caring about if they feel like you should do it or if they feel like you don't. You don't care. You are completely showing up as your true, authentic self after dealing with so much for so long. And it was always people. The clarity have shown you that you were much more capable of doing what you had to do. Hell, it could be by yourself. You may have some folks around you who you really love and they love you, and that's great. But you are seeing that the connections that you did lose, it was never a loss. Because again, the same folks are looking at you, with these eyes that's sometimes not from a soul loving place. They liked you better when you were seeking their validation. They liked you, but how dare you go and grow like that? You done grew to where I don't even know you anymore. And this is hard for some of these folks to handle because they're not ready to look at their own mess. They're not ready to look at themselves. It was better for them to project on you and have you around. You got some folks that were competing with you and projecting on you while at the same time benefiting from your energy. They wanted you to keep that up forever. They wanted you to just be what? I don't know if they're flunky forever, but you didn't look at it as being their flunky. You thought you were just being true, and you were. You were operating from your heart space, which we should. But like I said, now you learned that you can't be that way with everybody. You have become very choosy on who you share that good energy and who you open up your heart to, and they see that. They recognize that. They see it. Like I said, you got some of these folks wanting to get to know you all over again. They want to know you all over again. They want to know you all over again. Give me 1 second. They want to know you all over again. You know, they want to see what's gotten into you. Let's see what's up with this new you. Let's see what's up with the new you. They want to know about you now. And it's not given that you're open to that. They've shown you what they're about. Them wanting to come back around you and get to know you, this is just for their benefit. Some of these folks haven't grown at all. And this is why you have the clarity that you have now. This is why you have the clarity that you have. So that's what it's giving, baby. It's giving that you didn't got that clarity, and folks ain't feeling it. They wanted you to keep that wool over your ass, baby. They liked you better when you were just unaware of what they had up their sleeves. They knew you were moving with them out of a pure heart, from a pure spot, a pure part. Your intentions were pure. You didn't have any ill will against them. You weren't trying to one up or compete with them. And they knew that because, like I said, you were always speaking to them, confiding in them. They used this as a weapon to kind of just like keep trying to one up you. Yeah, let me know what you have planned. They wanted to know what you had planned, and just playing like they a friend. They just trying to compete and stop you and be the one to beat you there before you get there. It was all competition. So they kind of, in a way, furious to kind of, they really, man, I'm telling you, if these people can turn into a fly on your wall, they would most certainly do that. They would most certainly turn into a fly on your wall to see what you have going on, to see what you have planned. Because like I said, you are now keeping things under wraps. You're not telling folks what you have planned. You're not telling them your business. You're not confiding in them anymore. And they need to know what you have going on in order to make their next move. Some of these folks, it was just nothing but pure competition with them. Don't get me wrong. You do have some folks looking at you and they wondering, how did you do this? You inspire some folks. Like, they really want to know, like, how did you get to this point? Like, you have transformed into something that's just so beautiful and just so magical. And you may feel like you're just going about your everyday life, day-to-day life, doing what you have to do. But once again, life is so much more deeper than that. People notice you. You may have sat back and thought about someone that you had a brief interaction with. Maybe they were pretty. Maybe they were handsome. Maybe their energy was very warm. Maybe. That's what they want to see. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It's obviously working out for you. And it must have been so hard to get to this point without getting the recognition. Nobody giving you recognition. You think you're just going on unnoticed. You think folks are just not noticing this hard work that you putting in, and you're wrong. People notice, and you inspire people. So I just want to be that voice of reason. I want to be that voice to tell you today that I'm proud of you. And you should keep going, because you deserve to feel this way. You deserve to feel happy. You deserve to finally feel at peace. You deserve this. Keep going, baby, and don't stop. If you know somebody who can use this channel, and they can use, what I'm telling y'all, how I'm telling, they can use all of this, send them my channel. Okay, send my channel to them. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, press the subscribe button, and I'll see y'all on the next video.